We welcome you back into the Bank of Colorado Events Center as we head toward the men's side of the North Platte Knights and the Northeastern Plainsmen. I'm Ben Bleck. Our pregame show on the Eastern Plains Sports Network brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to Possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the educational path for you. Get your 26-27 school year off on the right foot now by visiting njc.edu. This is a big one. Every game's going to be a big one in Region 9 South the rest of the way. NJC currently the leaders by a half game in the Region 9 South standings at 8-3. They are ahead of Lamar, who they lost to on Sunday, 7-3. McCook and North Platte are each 6-4. And for the Northeastern Plainsmen, their final three games are against North Platte tonight, McCook on Saturday, and WNCC next Saturday. The Cougars currently sit in sixth place. Of course, everything will change based on results tonight. Trinidad and Lamar playing in Trinidad tonight. McCook and WNCC up in Scottsbluff. Otero and Southeast out in Lincoln. So there is tightness. You've got to win games. But the good news for NJC is that as long as they win out and McCook stays ahead of North Platte, which McCook has the tiebreak over North Platte, if things hold as they currently stand, then NJC would be the host site for the Region 9 tournament as the South winner. So you like having that kind of control. You win, you host. It's that simple. NJC will have a home game in the opening round, even if they don't host the entire Region 9 tournament. But they want to host the whole ball of wax. We've not done that since March of 2020. This is one of my favorite rivalries in my 17 years here at NJC. I've covered 36 games between NJC and North Platte. 16 of the last 32 have been decided by 4 or fewer points, a single possession, and 25 of the 36 games I've covered have been decided by 10 or fewer points. Earlier this year, North Platte won in North Platte 60-60 or 64-60. They've now won 3 straight against NJC. But NJC, they're playing some great basketball right now in Region 9 play. A lot of the shooting numbers have gone up. Their defense especially has gotten significantly better. Almost a 6 points per game drop in the points against allowed in the contest in conference play versus non-conference. Some of their shooting numbers have gone down. Their free throw shooting especially. They're just 61% in conference play. That is problematic, especially against a North Platte team that is very physical and hangs on to the ball really, really well. It's that ball control that's the key to the contest tonight. Brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center, the largest selection of flooring in Northeast Colorado. They have the flooring you need and the professional installation that you deserve. Stop by in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center, where comfort is their middle name. NJC is up 3 turnovers a game in conference play versus non-conference. North Platte is down 6 turnovers a game in conference play versus non-conference. They only average 10.5 turnovers a game due to the North Platte Knights. NJC is at 15 at this point. The rebounding battle is something NJC needs to be good at. That's where they lost down in Lamar on Sunday, and the first time these two played, NJC got out rebounded in the final couple minutes of that game by a significant margin. They led by 10, I think, with like 5 points to go in the rebounding battle, and ended up getting out rebounded by 2. So a very significant mark that you've got to rebound the basketball and take good possessions. Don't come up empty in that possession plus minus that we talk about with our Bleckatology side of things. You know, getting those extended possessions versus those empty possessions. You've got to be there. And for the love of everything that is holy, the Plains women shot enough threes in the game earlier. The Knights did as well. We had 57 combined threes in the women's game. Let's not do that here. Let's get to the hoop. Let's head down, attack the rack, and do what you need to do. That's how NJC is going to win this game. Play NJC basketball, and you can do it. You can host this Region 9 tournament, finishing the regular season in conference play 3-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, starters and tip-off next. It's Northeastern and North Platte, Region 9 South men's basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, we head toward tip-off. It's 45 degrees outside. Chance of snow tonight, a little bit more tomorrow here across the area as we get you set to melt all of our faces off here tonight. This is one of the great rivalries inside Region 9 basketball, Northeastern and North Platte. Our pregame festivities are brought to you by Stubbs. Hop off at exit 66A when traveling I-76. Find a gem of a place. Auto accessories, gas, fresh cooked food from an actual kitchen. Stop by at Stubbs in Wiggins. Let's head to the public address announce system and we'll get this evening's contest underway.
Good evening and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Event Center for this evening's contest between the visiting North Platte Knights and your Northeastern Plainsmen. Before we meet the starters for this evening's contest, we ask that everyone please rise and remove cover as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet our starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visiting North Platte Knights. A sophomore wearing number 2, Brady Kennison. A sophomore wearing number 3, Winston Allen. A freshman wearing number 4, Dennis Roca. A sophomore wearing number 22, Justice Michael. And a freshman wearing number 35, Josh Osei-Ryan. The North Platte Knights are coached by Jacob Brandel.
Something special about me, you can already tell the energy is different. Confidence is at the highest level, I don't ever see it dipping. Try me if you want to guarantee, though you gon' wish you hadn't did it. Hey, feature presentation, what they came to see, I open up the curtain. Oh my, pandemonium, it's showtime. Got their noses up, I know why. Jealous of me cause the flow nice. Did it all way down the coastline. Shooter always hit the bullseye. Taster, what? Tip your hat to when you see it, the whole package ain't got nothing missing. Check off every box, it's unavoidable at this point, don't you act like you don't see me out here making waves, I got an air about me, I don't play the game the way they want me to. They tell me take a left, I take a right, I'm not the one to pick a fight with trying. What you think this is? What's the latest trend? I don't have a clue, I don't follow them, they just follow me. Keep them on the edge, keep them on their toes, keep them wondering, keep them wanting more. Don't look at the score, don't look in the stands, focus on my goals, execute the plan, beat me in my game, never not a chance.
And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Northeastern Plainsmen. He's a 6'1" sophomore from Mansfield, Ohio, wearing number 2, Case Davis. He's a 6'3" freshman from Rigby, Idaho, wearing number 5, Jacoby Jones. He's a 6'7" freshman from Jasper, Georgia, wearing number 13, Dodge Davis. He's a 6'7" freshman from Jasper, Georgia, wearing number 23, Parker Davis. And a 6'8" freshman from Fairburn, Georgia, wearing number 35, Ethan Carter. The Northeastern Plainsmen are coached by Eddie Trinkle. Let's play ball!
Plainsmen in their whites, gold stripe up the side, black letters and numbers, Knights in their blacks, yellow stripe up the side, white letters and numbers, Ethan Carter in the circle. To take the tip off with Josh Jose Ryan, the tip one for the Knights. They go left to right and have the opening possession of our first half. Brought to you by Better Electric. Better does matter. 970-521-1030. Jose Ryan, the Irish freshman. Top of the key is being covered by Parker Davis. They'll work it across to Winston Allen from Kansas City. He shovels it down into the corner. 8 on the shot clock to Kennison, who is from Loveland, Colorado. Top of the key, Jose Ryan near side. Quick 2 up, nope, 3. Bangs iron from Roca. Rebound is pulled down by Parker Davis. Great NJC defense opening possession of the game. They bring it up the floor. Davis, and Davis. Jones on the far side. Parker Davis out near half court, gets his pocket picked. Quick run of the floor on the pick of the pocket, and the thievery is stripped by Parker Davis after the turnover. And Winston Allen, who got the steal, kicks the basketball out of bounds. 19:12 to go in half number one, and the Plainsmen walk it up with Keith Davis, Dodge Davis, and Parker Davis. Ethan Carter gets into the mix. He's not got a Davis in his last name. Keith on the near side. Pass far side, Jacoby Jones. Ball tipped and backs out to the center court line. Ethan Carter in the high post. Left side. Works, spins in the lane. The floater 2 won't go through, and Jose Ryan comes down with the rebound. Scoreless, a minute 15 in. Quick run of the floor for Justice Michael. Free throw line jumper. Scraped some dust off the ceiling and knocked in the bucket. Knights get the first bucket of the game. 18:35 to go in half number one. It's 2-0. North Platte over NJC. Ethan Carter, left elbow, free throw line, turns and drops it in, knocked to the deck, and one. Ethan Carter burying the bucket. Foul is on North Platte's Dennis Roca, the 6'6 redshirt freshman from Toronto. And Ethan Carter to the line, tied at 2, a chance to give NJC the lead on a three-point play. NJC's free throw shooting has left a lot to be desired in conference play, just 61% as a team. Carter and one, nothing but net. So it's 3-2 NJC, 18:25 to go in half number one. Ball by run up the floor by Brady Kennison. Right wing, his 2 lips won't go. Jose Ryan down with the rebound. Fouled on the putback that doesn't drop. Parker Davis whistle for his first foul in the contest. So they say Ryan will head to the free throw line, where North Platte has shot 68% in conference play. First charitable chance falls in for the Irish freshman. This is a very talented North Platte team. Built much like NJC, a lot of big bodies they can get up and down the floor. Jose Ryan knocks in both to give North Platte the 4-3 advantage. So the Plainsmen bring it forward, working right to left in this first half. Jacoby Jones finds Parker Davis. Back to Jacoby on the Bank of Colorado side in front of the North Platte bench. Keith Davis trying to spearhead somewhat. Dodge Davis near side to Ethan Carter outside the arc. Feeds it into the lane. Parker Davis blocked, and Eddie Trinkle wants the goaltend. I tend to agree that was past the high arc, but will not get the review. So the Knights will run it into the front court up 4-3. Top of the key, Justice Michael. He'll find Brady Kennison. Kennison covered by Keith Davis. Spins away. Loose basketball in the lane. Spinning. Dropping baseline to Allen. The dipsy-do up and under. It falls through. And North Platte has the 6-3 advantage. All walked up for Keith Davis for the Plainsmen. Keith blows in off the right wing. Shot won't drop. Rebound down Parker Davis. Out to Ethan Carter, free throw line. His shot swatted away. Loose basketball contained by Parker Davis. Skip across, Jacoby Jones, near side 3. It won't go, and Brady Kennison comes down with the rebound. Quick toss up the floor, right to the rack. Dennis Roca goes. Good feed by Winston Allen. And it's an 8-3 advantage for North Platte. Just more than 3 minutes in. Ethan Carter over to Keith Davis in front of the North Platte bench. Far side to Carter. Free throw line jumper. Nothing but net. Ethan Carter's been exceptional in conference play, averaging 16.5 points a game. He's made both NJC buckets tonight and all 5 points, down 8-5. Top of the key. Brady Kennison covered now by Ethan Carter off a screen. Keith Davis trying to defend Osei Ryan in the lane. Far side from downtown. Ethan Carter knocks it down and grows the lead to 6 at 11-5 North Platte. Nearly 4 minutes in, Dodge Davis walks it right to left up the floor. Keith Davis to Jacoby Jones in front of the North Platte bench, far side. Jacoby corner, Ethan Carter bodied as he tries to make a move baseline. It will still be NJC basketball as the ball was knocked out of bounds by Winston Allen. 16:03 to go. Jacob Brandel is mulling whether he wants to review that. Everybody in the gym could see that was off a North Platte player. Inbound pass to Parker Davis, out to Dodge, and then Ethan Carter, top of the key. 8 on the shot clock to Keith Davis from downtown. He drops it down. Keith Davis reins it in, and the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen have themselves back within 3, and then a steal from Dodge Davis could not be completed. Yeah, it was completed, and then he turned it over. So steal as Roca stole it back. Top of the key, Brady Kennison. Spins and kicks, near side Roca, downtown 3, won't drop. Dunk back attempt for Winston Allen. He couldn't dunk it in, then grabbed it with his off arm. That will give NJC the basketball and take us to the media timeout. North Platte 11, NJC 8, first half on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Three lead changes, 2 ties so far. 15:24 to go in half number 1. The North Platte Knights lead your Northeastern Plainsmen 11-8. Welcome back in to campus. Our coverage made possible on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Kuntz Pump and Well Supply. 970-522-2035. No NJC changes out of the media timeout. No North Platte changes out of the media timeout. Ethan Carter on the baseline trying to body up Osei Ryan as he makes the move in, and the ball tipped out of his hands and out of bounds. Jacob Brandel will make 2 changes off the first whistle here. Cedric Nari, the sophomore from Vancouver, and Brandon Domsch, the sophomore from Broomfield, on for the North Platte Knights. Extreme left baseline inbound for Keith Davis, into Dodge Davis on the right side to Keith in the corner. Keith has 3. He tries to work and gets shoved into the North Platte bench by Brady Kennison. Second foul on North Platte in this opening half. Shot clock bumps back up to 20 on that foul. Entry pass into Parker Davis. He'll body up Domsch, try to go up and get stripped as he goes up by Osei Ryan. Toss it forward and let Brady Kennison set the offense up. Osei Ryan off far side. Kennison from downtown bangs iron, will not go. Domsch runs in the large offensive rebound, then throws it away. Give the steal to Keith Davis. Out in front, Parker Davis running the floor. He lays it up and in. NJC back within 1 after the missed long-range shot And the steal off the offensive rebound. 11-10 North Platte. Jose Ryan around far side for Kinnison. His three goes in this time. Brady Kinnison's first points of the night. Grows the lead back to 4. Keith Davis looking to run. Hard collision with Brady Kinnison. Kinnison will now have 2. Kinnison's been the leading scorer for North Platte in conference play, averaging 19 a game. And with 2 fouls, 5 minutes and 34 seconds in, he's going to spend a long time sitting on the bench. He's replaced by John Sims IV from Omaha. Also in for the North Platte Knights came, there's one other here. Oh, the return of Justice Michael. A brief breather for Justice Michael as NJC with 14:20 to go will set up in the half court. Dodge Davis near side. Ball tipped into the backcourt by Nari. Diving for the basketball, Dodge Davis. Keese will come back and save it. Just 10 on the shot clock as he runs it forward, and the ball tipped out of his hands and out of bounds by North Platte. Jacob Brandel continuing to protest. Not really sure what he's protesting there. Just trying to get calls to go his way as this game progresses. He's definitely a savvy coach. Entry pass in to Parker Davis. Shot will not go, and Osei Ryan comes down with the rebound, his third of the game. Sims will run it into the front court for the Knights. Going left to right over to Michael on the far side. First NJC subs coming next whistle. Osei Ryan off the right wing. Skips it across to Nari. Down, fakes the corner. Then tries to drive left wing. Pulls up from 15. It will not go. Rebound is contained by Jacoby Jones. Baseball pass up the floor. Near side, Dodge Davis. Looking for the 2 game with Ethan Carter. He'll drive in. Skip to Jacoby Jones, out to Keys. Pumps the NBA range. Drives and drops underneath the hoop. Ethan Carter mauled. Can't get the shot to drop, but he'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Foul will be on Josh Osei-Ryan. The subs for NJC are Brady Green, Trevor Thomas, and Alan Acevedo Dagda. I would imagine one of the 2 bigs is for Ethan Carter, who misses the first free throw. And it is Brady Green who will be in for Carter. Jacoby Jones and Parker Davis sit for Acevedo Dagda and Thomas. Nope, Shufford, pardon me. Thomas has been the first off the bench. It's Xavier Shufford today. Carter can't get either free throw to go, so Ethan Carter empty that possession. Knights run it into the front court and look to set the offense up. North Platte got Daniel Nwazu on. Nwazu tosses it forward, and a fall-away 2 from 10 goes in for Justice Michael. He has 4. North Platte's lead up to 6, matching their largest of the game, 16-10, 7 minutes in. Ethan Carter around near side for Dodge Davis. Dodge gives it off to Carter. High elbow stripped by Brandon Domsch as he tries to move in. Knights look to transition, pushing up the near side, and Dodge Davis swats the basketball out of Nari's hands. He recorrals it, and North Platte works it around. Far side, Daniel Nwazu hands it over to Brandon Domsch in front of the NJC bench. Sims behind the back, in the lane, dishes off, underneath the hoop. Daniel Nwazu, the sophomore from England, is fouled. Dodge Davis whistled for the foul. NJC's second foul in this first half. Nwazu will head to the free throw line. Knights made their 2 from Osei Ryan earlier and missed the first here from Nwazu. The foul will allow Brady Green on for Ethan Carter, so it'll be Green and Shufford as the post, Davis as the wing. Chase Manzani also in, replacing Keith Davis, and Alan Acevedo Dagda will be the shooting guard. Neither free throw goes. Xavier Shufford comes down with the rebound. Still 16-10, and Chase Manzani, the freshman from LA, will walk it into the front court. Manzani looking to work it around. There's a shoe on the baseline. Who's without a shoe? Brady Green, who dumps it over into the hands of Manzani, shovels it off. Near side Shufford. Long 2 up, will not go. One shoe to Brady Green, comes up with the offensive rebound, and it's tipped out of his hands and out of bounds. The student section stands up and applauds the work for Brady Green with just a sock on his foot in that entire exchange. North Platte brings Winston Allen back in. 12:05 to go in the first half. Manzani slings it in to Xavier Shufford, who will give it back to Chase and let him run point. Blow kick near corner. Acevedo Dagda, three won't go. Dodge Davis comes away with an offensive rebound. Gives it off to Manzani, and they'll work it back to Allen in the lane. Fall off, far side, Dodge, downtown. Yes, sir! Dodge Davis's first shot of the game goes in. He got the offensive rebound and creates the second chance point. 16-13, North Platte's lead cut down to 3. John Sims running point for the Knights because of the foul trouble to Brady Kennison. He walks it into the front court. Justice Michael pulls up from 3. It does not go, and Chase Manzani comes down with the rebound. Quickly looking to push the floor. Doesn't have transition. So they'll work into the half court. Quick entry in. Acevedo Dagda to Shufford, who steps back and knocks it down. That's back-to-back possessions. Alan Acevedo Dagda's dropped the dime and got the man open with the pass. Plainsman within one, 16-15. Right wing, Cedric Nari for the Knights. Pushes it out up top to Winston Allen. Far side three for Nawazu. Nothing but net. Nawazu's first shot of the game. Plainsman lead. Your deficit cut back down to 4. Quick blow by Chase Manzani. Got the screen from Shufford and the high scoop off the window. Drops it in. 19-17 North Platte, nearing 10.5 to go in the first half. Quick run past the stripe behind the back. Nari trying to work. He'll work it out to Sims and around onto the far side for Justice Michael. Michael spins off Dodge Davis, puts a shot up. Foul called as Dodge is whistled on the block attempt, and we'll have free throws for the North Platte Knights on Dodge's second foul. North Platte 19, Northeastern 17. 10:23 to go in half one. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at Northeastern Junior College, North Platte with the 19-17 lead. Long stretch of foulless basketball ended on the foul by Dodge Davis. That brings Colby Homer in on the media timeout. And 2 free throws for Justice Michael, the sophomore from Denver, for the Knights. So he knocks in the first following the media timeout. So a shorter stretch of basketball here. Michael is exiting for Kennison if he can make the second. He does. 6 points for Justice Michael, and back on with 2 fouls comes Brady Kennison. So NJC all subs on the floor right now, but this is a deep basketball team. Alan Acevedo Dagda will run the ball this time and allow Chase Manzani to be off ball. Allen past everybody, whips it off to Chase in the lane. To Colby Homer to his left, drags back out up top for Chase. Blows left side of the lane off to Shufford. He'll look to work in. Drives right at Kennison, right to the rim, and Kennison had to back off, and Xavier Shufford with 4 off the bench. Gets NJC back within 2, down 21-19, halfway through half number 1. Sydney Regional Medical Center doesn't want you to let that injury keep you out of the game. SydneyRMC.com jump ball as Colby Homer defended the driving Winston Allen. Held ball gives the arrow, and that will be NJC basketball. 9:51 to go. Plainsmen get the empty possession from North Platte, who brings Dennis Roca back on and Josh Osei Ryan as well. Alan Acevedo Dogda sets up off the right wing into Brady Green. Brady spins with Kinnison on him. Ball knocked back into his face. Fighting for position. Can't get the shot to go. And the rebound is collected by Kinnison. That was a great possession for Brady. Just didn't get the shot to drop. Eddie Trinkle is incensed and barking at the officials' far side. 3 up, no good. Chase Manzani comes down with the rebound off the miss from the Knights. And Zanny bolts into the front court, shovels off to Alan Acevedo. Dogda looking to work left side of the lane. Ball tipped out of his hands. Saves it near half court to Manzani, who flies in. Scoop shot up, and he was popped in the face. And he'll garner a trip to the free throw line on the second foul on Dennis Roca. There is no love lost between these two programs. And it doesn't matter if there is any experience from these players or not. When NJC and North Platte are on the floor, it's physical. There's a lot of fouls. It's just that pure rival. In volleyball, for many years, it has been NJC WNCC that is that rivalry. But on the men's basketball court, I've always felt it's this one, NJC North Platte. Not that it's dirty, but again, no love lost, but when you get those fouls, you got to make the free throws, and Chase Manzani made neither. NJC's 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Quick push up the floor. John Sims pushed it too wide to Winston Allen, and North Platte turns it over for a 5th time in the first half. Still 21-19 North Platte, 8:57 to go. Keith Davis comes in for Chase Manzani. No, came in for Alan Acevedo Dogda, so both points on early. Manzani and Keith will both be out there handling the basketball. It's Chase Manzani setting it up this time. Drags to the left wing for Keith Davis off a screen from Shufford. Blow by in, sits on the rim, will not go in. Rebound ping-pongs around, and Kinnison comes up with it. Knights run into the front court with Kinnison spearheading. He's playing with 2 fouls. Tic-tac-toe down into the corner. Keith Davis on him. Slings out up top to Osei Ryan, the big man. Launches it from downtown, and Colby Homer slides in and comes away with the rebound. Plainsman run right to left, looking to tie or take the lead. Chase Manzani goes for the 2. It won't go. There's Colby Homer for the offensive rebound to extend the possession for the Plainsmen. Keith Davis will now point it up this time. Covered way out by Winston Allen. Drives past him to the window. Drops it down. Keith Davis all the way himself ties us for a 3rd time in this first half at 21. Knights quickly run it back up. Roca to Sims. Near side 3 knocked in for Joseph Sims. So the Knights keep the advantage. 24-21. Plainsmen run it up. Colby Homer tries the blow by, but defended nicely by Sims. Down into the corner, Homer steps to his right. He puts up the 3. The bank not open. And Dennis Roca comes down with the rebound. Quickly tossed out to Sims, who runs the floor. Looking to drive in, into the corner. The 3 is up. Off the mark, an offensive rebound down by Dennis Roca out to Brady Kinnison, who knocks it in. So the first 3 doesn't go, the second does. Knights match their largest lead of the game at 6. Now 27-21, 7:05 to go. Xavier Shufford throws the basketball away near side. North Platte looking to run it back up off the steal from Brady Kinnison. That's the Knights' 5th steal of this first half. Drive into the lane, the dish off, way wide. All worked back onto the near side, and a spin in the lane, the 2 off the window. Foul called on the attack from Winston Allen, and we'll have free throws out of our under 8 media timeout. It's North Platte 27, NJC 21, 6:40 to go in the first half on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 6:40 to go, half number one. NJC trails North Platte 27-21. We welcome you back to Sterling. Our coverage on the Eastern Plains Sports Network made possible by Culligan Water Softeners and Drinking Water Systems, available for rent. 970-427-8080. Winston Allen will head to the free throw line for the North Platte Knights off the media timeout. Knights brought in Brandon Domsh on the media timeout. NJC returns Ethan Carter and Parker Davis. Allen buries both, and the lead for the North Platte Knights is now 8 at 29-21. Quick toss up the floor. Carter saves a ball that was a bit too far. Allen Acevedo dogged a high left elbow, spins in the lane, falls away from 10, won't knock it in. Rebound tipped around, and Domsh comes up with it. So NJC can't buy a bucket right now. Little empty stretch here after tying us. Knights have been able to push up to a 10-point lead. This time Brady Kinnison rattles one around in the lane and knocks it in. 31-21, quickly up the floor. Keys Davis, offensive rebound. Colby Homer banks it back up and through. Finally getting back on the board. Knights quickly run back up, playing some tempo. Whipped way wide, far side. Brandon Domsh, the intended target. That's turnover number 7 of the first half for the North Platte Knights. NJC has 6. Dodge Davis back on with 2 fouls for NJC. And Jacoby Jones back in. So starting 5 on the floor for NJC. Cedric Nari on for the North Platte Knights. As Ethan Carter outside the arc hands it off to Jacoby Jones. Parker Davis down onto the near side. Dodge Davis. Dodge. He's only hit a 3. He's only attempted 1 shot. Ethan Carter hands it off to Keith Davis. 9 on the shot clock. Keith, baseball across, near corner for Dodge Davis, but it pushed him to the sideline, and he stepped on the sideline. 5.5 to go in the first half. Ball back over to North Platte. Ethan Tyne on for Dodge Davis. So Eddie Trinkle thought about giving him a chance defensively, but not gonna. North Platte will walk it forward, utilizing Sims as the point. Knights also sat down their foul trouble in Brady Kinnison. Don't want a chance with 5:15 to go in the first half. A 3rd foul. 2 up, no good. Offensive rebound saved by Brandon Domsh off the missed shot from Justice Michael. Near corner 3, missed everything. And the rebound out of bounds off of the North Platte Knights. 5:04 to go, half 1. Keith Davis runs it into the front court for the Plainsmen. Ethan Tyne, far side, gets it back. He puts up a 3. It goes in. Ethan Tyne's first shot of the game, making an impact off the bench. Gets the Plainsmen back within 5. 4:40 to go in the first half. North Platte leads 31-26. Jose Ryan out the top of the arc. Steps back to pull Ethan Carter out for a backdoor cut. Off to Sims. Screen switch. Now Keith Davis on him. Ethan Carter stepped in. Offensive foul. Jose Ryan with his second after Carter, who had been switched on a screen, stepped over on help side and had defensive position before the collision. Coach Jacob Brandel does not agree, and the official that made the call will have to be on the far side to get his ear bent on that call. Jose Ryan takes a seat for the Knights. On comes Daniel Nwazu. So NJC try and capitalize on a couple key guys in foul trouble. Jacoby Jones, left wing. Top of the key, Ethan Carter. Ethan Carter shovels off to Ethan Tyne, over to Keith Davis in front of the Knight bench, far side. Drops it in, low block to Ethan Carter, who's calling everybody off. He'll fall away from 10 on the baseline. Ethan Carter wanted that one himself and gets the Plainsmen within 3, down 31-28. John Sims runs into the front court with Cedric Nari to his right. Nari picked up by Keith Davis. Now a screen has Ethan Carter on him. Into the lane goes Nari, slings it out up top. Justice Michael. Near side pump, drive to the rack, off the window and in goes Brandon Domsh. Good job to attack the hoop. Back up by 5 go the Knights. Keith Davis quickly up, shovels off, far side, Ethan Tyne, bumps it and drops it. 2 for 2 off the bench for Ethan Tyne. Give Ethan Carter the assist. NJC within 2, 33-31. Top of the key, Cedric Nari, far side. Knights get a 3 that doesn't go. Parker Davis with the rebound off the miss from Nawazu. Keith Davis walks it up, 3:07 to go in the first half. Down 2, Jacoby Jones. Top of the key, Parker Davis to Keith Davis, far side. Keith puts up a 3, kisses rim. Parker Davis, rebound, back up and in. There for the offensive rebound. NJC has 7 of those, and we're tied for a 4th time tonight at 33. John Sims walks it into the front court. Sims tries off a screen to drive in on the much bigger Ethan Carter. Nothing there, back out and reset up top. He looks to work in. Ball tipped by Keith Davis out near the center stripe. Off far side for Nari. His 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds off Parker Davis. It will still be North Platte basketball following our final media timeout of half 1. 2:25 to go. 33 all between NJC and North Platte. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. As expected, a tight one between the Northeastern Plainsmen and the North Platte Knights. We welcome you back in half number 1. Agricultural Accounting knows you're a producer, not an accountant. They'll plow through your paperwork so you don't have to. Visit eggman.co and set up your consultation today. Out of the media timeout, it's North Platte basketball to the left of the hoop. 2:25 to go, only 3 on the shot clock as they went to the monitor, and that shot did not hit the rim. Quick into the just re-entered in Kennison. His shot up, no good. Rebound is contained by Ethan Tyne, who has 2 threes knocked down off the bench. So NJC looking for their first lead in almost 16 minutes of play. Top of the key, Ethan Carter down underneath to Parker Davis, who fumbles the basketball away right into the hands of Cedric Nari. Still 33 all. Knights run it into the front court, going left to right. Winston Allen. Tenari on the right wing. He drives in. Scoop shot. Oh! Another offensive foul drawn by Ethan Carter. I wasn't so sure he got that guarding position in time that time. But he gets Cedric Nari with the offensive foul and the turnover. 1:49 to go before halftime. It's NJC ball, still tied at 33. Jacoby Jones runs it into the front court. Jones gives it out to Carter, who has to step outside the arc to lose his defender, then blows by left side, knocks it in, knocked to the deck, no foul called. But Carter with 9 in the first half, and NJC leads 35-33. Quick run up by Kennison. Knights don't have transition, so they'll settle into the half court. Winston Allen driving left side of the lane, flings it up from 15, won't go. Ethan Carter down with his second rebound. Plainsmen looking for their largest lead tonight. Ethan Tyne on the right side, tosses it up top for Ethan Carter. Ethan lets Jacoby Jones run by, then shovels it to him. Now quick hit with Keith Davis spearheading. Keith drives into the lane, kicks off to Ethan Tyne. He'll step, shovel, corner. Keith for 3. It's back iron and doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Winston Allen. Quick bolt into the front court for the Knights. A transition 3 gives them the lead back. Brady Kennison knocks it down, and Eddie Trinkle is incensed as Brady Kinnison now has 11. Knights retake the lead 36-35, and the timeout taken by North Platte. They've retaken the lead by 1, so they will have the final possession barring an offensive rebound. And Eddie Trinkle not happy with the defensive adjustment on that one. Very vocal with his displeasure to his team on that defensive switch that led to the wide open 3 for Kinnison, who became the first player in the game to double figures in scoring. 11 for him. NJC's paced by Ethan Carter with 9. 8 Plainsmen have scored. 8 Knights have scored. 35 seconds to go before halftime. Plainsmen down by 1. Jacoby Jones to Ethan Carter, top of the key to Ethan Tyne on the right side. Into Parker Davis on the right block, bodying in the lane. The 2, it's up, it's through. Parker with 6 on that entry in. Plainsmen take the lead back 37-36. Shot clock off. Knights final possession of half number 1. John Sims walks it up. Covered by Ethan Tyne. Screen now Ethan Carter. Defensively there. Off far side for Michael, who works top of the key. Fall away from 25. And that will end half number 1. NJC trailed by as many as 10, but they take a 1-point lead to the locker room, 37-36. We'll be back with our halftime show next. It's Plainsman basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at halftime, the Northeastern Plainsmen lead the North Platte Knights 37-36. I'm Ben Blacko. We're joined by Plains women basketball assistant coach Gabe Wiest, and obviously a heartbreaking loss tonight. I don't want to talk about that.
The one thing I do want to start before, I just thought of this as soon as we start going on air. I want to thank everyone who did come out to the game.
Yeah.
Sophomore night is always a great night where we get to honor the people who have been around the program for a couple years and celebrate what they mean to us. And so everyone who came out, just thank you very much for doing that. And if not, you did miss a good game. Even with the loss, it was a great game tonight.
No doubt about that. I want to talk about your sophomores, because this has been a tough 2 years.
Yes.
Like everything that can go wrong for your sophomores has gone wrong for your sophomores. Injuries, shooting slumps, everything that has changed there. But I think that they have grown as individuals. So let's start with Daniela Garcia-Gasco, because Danny is the biggest name that you have here. One of the best players I've seen in 17 years. I mean, she's top 10 in points. She's top 10 in rebounds. She's top 10 in blocks. She's top 10 in assists. She's top 15 in steals.
Is there a stat she's not top 10 in?
I don't think so.
When you find it, let me know.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the thing that's most impressive is that that's not the best thing about her.
Yeah.
Her humanity is the best thing about her. Talk about Danny.
Yeah, no, Danny's a great person. She's originally from Spain and then ended up playing high school, decided to leave her family and go and play basketball to pursue that in Denmark.
Yeah.
So it's like she's been a traveler, and through all that, I think her just understanding what it's like to be on the road, to be living those different aspects of life before coming here has been a great benefit to her. And everyone that she's around appreciates her. She's a super funny individual, a person who you could just sit down and really have a funny conversation with. And that's something that I appreciate, because basketball is like, yeah, we recruit all these people for basketball, but you always want them to be good people. And having good people around you is amazing. She's definitely like a top-tier individual.
I think a second sophomore that kind of encapsulates this sophomore class is Yali Benarouche.
Yes.
I mean, I think Yali has been on the bench with injuries in more games than she's actually gotten to play here.
It's pretty close to 50-50 for sure.
Yeah, but through all of that, Yali has been a leader for your team. In what ways has she impressed you most in that regard?
Well, I think it's very easy with the type of injuries that she has. Like last year, she ended up having a concussion that put her out for almost a month, and then a foot injury that ended her season last year. But through that, at any point, people can just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm not worrying about this anymore. But she's had the determination to push herself, and then realizing, guys, we need to continue to be part of a team. We need to keep pushing each other, and that's even continued to, today. There was a point in the huddle where she just turns to the team and says, you guys need to start hustling and start working. And it's an individual where people know that she's willing to put her money where her mouth is, and that's just something that's super important, because how many leaders are out there that say stuff but they don't actually follow through with it. So her, in that regard, being able to do that is something that's very impressive and something that will be missed next year.
The third sophomore is one that we've had in multiple sports here at NJC.
Yes.
Ashlyn Godfrey came to NJC as a soccer goalkeeper, and she was all region as a soccer goalkeeper. But I think we saw tonight what she brings to this team when you finally get her on the floor and really in that basketball mindset.
Yeah, no, and she doesn't necessarily always get in during the games, but the thing is, in practice, she's always a benefit, someone who you know that she's going to be pushing everyone else because she's going to be giving her all as well. And just very thankful that she decided that she wanted to be a dual sport athlete and that she wanted to be able to bring the value of a person. That's one thing that's just great about these sophomores and this team in general. Is just they're great individuals, great humans. They're willing to do anything for you and step into roles that they don't necessarily need to. Coach B has Carter sometimes and willing to just hang out with him and just stuff like that. And all the girls are willing to do that. But and Ashlyn, just a great human in that regard. And it's going to be disappointing to see her go as well. But also exciting for her, and since she's already made her commitment to play soccer next year, and excited to see where life takes her after that.
Absolutely. There's one more sophomore that we don't get to talk about very often.
Right.
you guys as coaches rely on your managers, and Aleda has been huge for your team the last 2 years.
And we say that she's on staff over here, so when she'll just make jokes, and she'll be like, her and Danny are best friends, and say, hey, coach, you need to like cut Danny. Aleda, you're on staff. Of course we're cutting Danny. Like, what are we talking about? No, but like a manager is something that is super important. There's been so many, before I left and some of the other managers I've had, you always had to double check the bag, make sure we had jerseys and all this other stuff. You never feel fully comfortable. I'll give Aleda the keys to my car, and I know that it's going to make it back. I just know that everything that she is doing, and I know Coach B feels exactly the same way about her. Whatever she decides to do, she's going to be a top character in that, and she doesn't get the recognition that she deserves, so I greatly appreciate you taking the time to do that too, because she's an amazing human being too, and I don't know what we would have done without her these last couple of years.
You guys haven't had the results on the floor this year. You've got 2 more games left and then a game in the postseason. What do you want these girls to be able to achieve this year? Because this was the point last year when we thought, it's done, and then you guys figured it out all of a sudden. What do you want your girls to achieve in whatever's left this year?
I think one of the biggest things is, and it's hard with a limited amount of sophomores, to build that leadership and to build that foundation, because you're not always getting hounded. But I think that it's important for these freshmen to start realizing that they are capable. They're more capable than they believe they are. They sometimes start putting limits on what they feel like they can actually do. They realize that it's hard, and sometimes they just need that extra push. And it's going to be so exciting next year when they actually walk in with some familiarity of what it actually takes to be a college athlete, and just escalate from there. And then be able to bring the freshmen that go on, that come along next year, to bring them with them. So I think that right now is just instilling and remembering, like, you are a great individual, you are a great team, and just keep going with that. So
absolutely. Gabe Weiss taking time to talk about Plainsman sophomores that played their penultimate game. You do have one more, but we like to do a sophomore night not on Hoops Homecoming next Saturday.
Yeah, we decided to have 2 separate events and be able to shine a light on our team, and I greatly appreciate it.
We also would like to get out of here before midnight on Hoops Homecoming.
We definitely would.
That would. Plains men, they lead 37-36. Gabe, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
You're listening to Northeastern Basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, we head to half number 2. The Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen, after trailing by as many as 10 in half number 1, they've found themselves on the lead. As we head to the second half, our coverage made possible on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Sterling Health Foods. Still open, still in the business of your best health, and there to help you when it comes to staying healthy this cold and flu season. Stop by and see them south of Sterling on Highway 6. The Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen led at halftime by Ethan Carter with 9 points. Ethan Tyne had 6 off the bench. Parker Davis, 6 points and 4 rebounds. He's the leading rebounder. Brady Kennison leads the North Platte Knights with 11 points. 6 out of Justice Michael. Leading rebounder is Brandon Domsch off the bench. He has 3 as well. So the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen are trying to give themselves an opportunity to succeed in this contest, and hopefully the Plainsmen can find the win, because we noted again at the beginning the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen are in a spot where they have to win out if they're going to host the Region 9 tournament. Plainsmen back to their starting 5 in the second half. Davis, Carter, Jones. Knights back to their starting 5 in the second half. Kennison, Allen, Roca, Michael, Osei Ryan. Kennison, Roca, and Osei Ryan each with 2, and Dodge Davis with 2 for NJC. So some foul trouble as the Knights, going right to left, will have the ball to begin half number 2. Ball near the top of the key with Winston Allen, covered by Jacoby Jones in the man defense. Half the shot clock already elapsed. Drive in, and Keith Davis tried to step in and take a charge. NJC's taken a pair of charges, but he didn't get the defensive guarding position. So the Knights will inbound off the baseline. So the shot clock bumps back up to 20. Inbound pass to the right of the hoop, and Justice Michael, who will get it back and shovel it near side to Brady Kennison. Kennison covered by Keith Davis. Shows the pullback 3, instead drops to the baseline for Winston Allen. Ball stripped, corralled out up top by Dennis Roca. Keith Davis tips it into the backcourt, but it's not going to matter because the shot clock will expire, and that will be NJC basketball. So NJC forces the Knights empty on the opening possession of the second half in spite of a foul. Plainsmen up 37-36, set it up with Keith Davis near the top of the key. Keith gives it off to Dodge, into the lane, Ethan Carter. Carter knocked to the deck. Osei Ryan, I believe, went for the foul, or did they get underneath on Winston Allen? They go Allen underneath. So Ethan Carter to the line, where NJC was south of abysmal in half number 1, 1 of 5 from the free throw line. That's not going to help the free throw shooting percentage in conference play. Only guy that made a free throw in the first half was Ethan Carter, who knocks in the first here and becomes the first Plainsman in double figures in scoring. Gets both there. Pushes the Plainsmen up by 3. Largest lead they've had tonight, not even a minute in, to half number 2. Kennison runs it into the front court. Goes to the high right elbow, hands it off to Osei Ryan. Back out to Kennison for 3 in the tie, knocks it in. Kennison is 4 of 7 from downtown. We're tied at 39, our 5th tie this evening. 39 all, a minute 10 into the second half, and Keith Davis sets the offense up. Keith works to his right. Gives up his dribble, feeds baseline Dodge Davis. Out, 16-footer, near side Ethan Carter. Shot won't go. Osei Ryan comes down with his 4th rebound of the game. It's just the second miss tonight for Ethan Carter. 39 all, 90 seconds into the second half. Right side, Osei Ryan looks to drive in, denied by Ethan Carter. Out onto the near side, Kennison, a screen. Ethan Carter helps over, now helping off Jacoby Jones after Carter takes a tumble. Out up top to Allen in the lane. Offensive foul. Ethan Carter takes the charge, his third charge taken this evening, and this one's on Winston Allen. It's the first charge call that Jacob Randall, the North Platte Knight head coach, has agreed on this evening. Plainsman tied at 39, walk it into the front court with Keese Davis. Keese off a screen, works to his right, now steps out on the volleyball 10-foot line. Plainsman slowing the tempo, swings it off. Dodge Davis pumps the three, drags to Parker Davis on the far side. Parker with 6, shovels into the lane, back out to Dodge. Pops it, won't drop it. Ethan Carter tries the dunk back. It doesn't go. Parker Davis with the offensive rebound. Knock in, and the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen pump back in front, 41-39. Justice Michael on the far side. Tosses it onto the near. Into the lane goes Kennison. Stripped as he goes up. Kicks into the far corner. Justice Michael reins it in from downtown and gives the lead over to the North Platte Knights. Justice Michael now with 9 as Brady Kennison gets his first assist tonight. 42-41 North Platte, 3 minutes into the second half. Dodge Davis, Parker Davis. Now Jacoby Jones all around the arc. Ethan Carter out of the high post. Now shovels to Keese Davis. Looks to blow into the lane. Slips and falls. Coughs the basketball up. Knights off the turnover. Run the floor, and Winston Allen dunks it in. Knights push the lead back up to 3. 44-41. 8th turnover tonight for NJC. First unforced by a North Platte Knight steal. Jacoby Jones into the lane looking for Ethan Carter. Underneath him went Dennis Roca. Roca's whistled for his third foul, and that will force Jacob Randall and the North Platte Knights into their bench. At least one would presume. But he's too busy protesting the call to make a sub. Keese Davis quick in to Dodge Davis. Shot doesn't go. Rebound down by Dodge. His putback does. So NJC collects another offensive rebound. That's their 10th tonight. Back within 1, 44-43. Run up the floor. Roca 3, far side, missed everything. Rebound down by Dodge Davis. Out to Keese Davis, who runs it right to the hoop and lays it up and in. And the Plainsmen take the lead 45-44, 4 minutes into the second half. Next whistle, media timeout. Kennison on the Pete logo near side, pops a 3 that doesn't drop. Dodge Davis down with the rebound again. NJC will look to expand it. Up the floor comes Keese Davis to Dodge, far side. Bangs back iron, does not go, and Justice Michael comes down with the rebound. Quickly back, Osei Ryan in transition. In the lane, draws contact, banks it in and one. And we'll have the media timeout as Josh Osei Ryan was fouled by Jacoby Jones. North Platte back in front, 46-45, 15-29 to go in half 2. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (46-45), North Platte leads NJC, 15-29 to go in half number 2. Big Region 9 South battle here tonight. So the Northeastern Plainsmen try to keep control of the Region 9 South standings, and North Platte still hoping that they can maybe find a way to be the Region 9 tournament hosts. They got to win out pretty much if they're going to do that. Josh Osei Ryan knocks in the and one. So Osei Ryan has 5, lead is 2. Plainsmen quickly run out of the media timeout after no subs for NJC. North Platte made a change, bringing John Sims on the media timeout, and Domsh will be in next whistle. Entry pass, right side of the lane to Ethan Carter through contact. Osei Ryan down with the rebound on the miss from Ethan Carter. And Parker Davis whistled for his second foul after Carter couldn't finish it up. Eddie Trinkle wanting a foul down in the lane on that contact, as we'll see Trevor Thomas, who didn't play in the first half, at the table next whistle. Knights run it forward, 5 minutes into the second half. Off a screen, Ethan Carter is covering on Kinnison. Slings it out to Sims up top. Sims covered thanks to a screen by Dodge Davis. Help off the screen now. Jacoby Jones is handling Kinnison. Just 5 on the shot clock. Kinnison to Osei Ryan, who launches a 3 and knocks it in. Osei Ryan with 6 of his 8 since halftime. And North Platte's back up by 5, 50-45. Dodge Davis in front of the Plainsman bench, far side. Ethan Carter around near side for Keese Davis. Keese launches it across to Jacoby Jones, saves the basketball, headed to the bench. Out to Parker Davis, then Keese. Keese flies left side of the lane, over to Jacoby. Bang! Jacoby Jones, first points of the night. Plainsman back within 2, 50-45. Blocking foul this time on Ethan Carter on the drive off the right wing from Cedric Nari. Nari will head to the free throw line as Ethan Carter's whistled for his first foul this evening. 4th foul already on the Plainsmen in the second half. 14:01 to go. 3 fouls on North Platte. We're going to have a lot of free throws in half two. His first free throw does not go for Cedric Nari. Parker Davis will exit for Trevor Thomas. We didn't see Thomas in the first half. Second free throw doesn't go, and Keese Davis comes down with the rebound. So the Knights empty that possession. Plainsmen trail 50-48. Keese Davis runs it into the front court. Keese, backdoor for Thomas. Sailed it over Thomas's head and into the cheerleaders. So didn't even get the dunk opportunity. North Platte will make a couple changes here as who came in? Osei Ryan and Michael quickly return. 13:40 to go, second half. North Platte going right to left. Domsh will give it to Osei Ryan. Sims, far side. Nari, 3, missed everything. Osei Ryan saves it right to Ethan Carter. Baseball team letting him know what he just shot as Dodge Davis brings it into the front court. To Keese Davis on the near side. Out up top for Ethan Carter. He looks to spin in. Shovels far side to Jacoby Jones, and now 10 on the shot clock to Trevor Thomas. Jacoby again. This one won't go in, and Cedric Nari collects his 6th rebound of the contest. Quickly tossed up the floor to John Sims, the 4th. He'll drive in to Osei Ryan. The trail is 3. Back iron will not go. Dodge Davis going up for the rebound. It's taken away by John Sims. And the reset for the North Platte Knights. They say it was rebound, then turnover. At least that's the way the shot clock was scored. Drive on the near side. Sling across, Domsh to Sims. Top of the key 3. Back iron doesn't go. Ethan Carter with the rebound and then drugged to the floor by Brandon Domsh. So that will be Carter's 4th rebound of the contest. First foul on Domsh with 12:31 to go in the second half. NJC still trails North Platte 50-48. Knights go back to Dennis Roca. He'll replace Domsh, who just came off the floor. So Roca and Michael, the only two starters that are out there right now for North Platte. Dodge Davis near the top of the key. Ethan Carter, Keese Davis, all starters out here. Thomas, the only non-starter. Far side, Dodge for three in the lead, won't go. Thomas, rebound, put back, he's fouled. NJC's crashing the glass. That is now 11 offensive rebounds this evening for the Plainsmen. Trevor will head to the free throw line. If it weren't for the offensive rebounds, NJC be down huge as Trevor Thomas bricks the first free throw. Keese Davis takes a seat. We'll see Chase Manzani at point guard for the first time in the second half. Nice first half for Chase. Freshman has really developed. Thomas makes the second free throw. So NJC back within one, down 50-49. Just more than 12 to go in the second half. John Sims runs it up. Daniel Nwazu came in for the North Platte Knights. Entry pass into Justice Michael. Michael got Dodge Davis in the air. And a foul on the shot. Dodge Davis whistled for his third foul. Media timeout with NJC trailing North Platte 50-49, under 12 to go in the second half on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. North Platte leads NJC out of the under 12 media timeout at half number 2. We welcome you back to Sterling. Buckeye Welding Supply knows that you have questions. They've got the answers. Our area welders know what sets them apart. Now you can too. 330 South 11th Avenue in Sterling. On the media timeout, there was a foul, so 2 free throws for the North Platte Knights. First knocked in by Justice Michael. NJC brought Ethan Tyne on. Justice Michael, the second North Platte Knight in double figures now with 10. Try and grow the lead to 3. He does not, but an offensive rebound is pulled down by Daniel Nwazu. Nwazu out to Dennis Roku, backs out to the half-court line. Hands it off to John Sims, covered by Chase Manzani. Slings it around to Nari, who pulls up free throw line and drains the bucket, and the North Platte Knights back up by 4, 53-49. Chase Manzani runs it past the stripe. Manzani sets the offense up, looking to direct traffic. Manzani working to his right. Entry pass in to Ethan Carter, mugged in the lane, fouled on the floor. That will be the 6th foul on the Knights in the half. Foul is on Daniel Nwazu going for that steal. He got everything but basketball, swinging for it. His first team 6. Free throws, every foul from here on out for North Platte. NJC's 2 away from being in the bonus. Drop in by Manzani, inbounding on the baseline. Carter swings it out up top. Manzani on the left wing. Drives, far side, floater, back iron, front iron, tumbles off. Manzani couldn't get the shot to drop, and the rebound contained by Roca. Knights run it up, far side with Cedric Nari. He's blocked by the underside of the rim. Trevor Thomas comes down with the rebound. Thomas running the floor with Manzani, and Thomas finishes it at the rim. His first points in the game. Back within 2 comes NJC. Knights run back, and a hard tumble taken in transition. Trevor Thomas was trying to get back defensively, tripped, and went right into Cedric Nari. who will head to the free throw line. That's Thomas's first foul in the game, the 6th on the Plainsman in this second half. Alan Acevedo Dagda headed to the table. He'll check on after the first free throw from, that was Roca, not Nari. Roca knocks in the first free throw. Brady Kennison back on, leading scorer with 14 for North Platte, replacing Nari, and Alan Acevedo Dagda in for Jacoby Jones on the NJC side. Roca buries both, so pushes the lead back up to 4, 55-51 North Platte, 10:44 to go in the second half. Shufford and Green at the table next time for NJC as Acevedo Dagda trots it up. Ethan Carter around into the near corner for Ethan Tyne. Poked out of Ethan Tyne's hands and out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. Ethan Carter and Ethan Tyne sit. Keith Davis on, also sitting Trevor Thomas. So it will be Manzani, Keith Davis, Brady Green, Xavier Shufford, and Alan Acevedo Dagda, the 5 Plainsmen in action. Manzani trails it in out to Xavier Shufford, who gives it off to Chase on the left wing. Steps to his right, then blows back to his left in the lane for Shufford at the rim, rattles it in. Chase Manzani 2 assists in this second half. Good dishes to get it into the post. Gets NJC back within 2 as we approach the halfway point of the second half. 55-53 North Platte. High weave for Brady Kennison. Around far side for Dennis Roca. Roca whistles it near side to Sims, who lunches it and knocks it in. John Sims draining the bucket. He's got 6. 58-53, lead pushed back up to 5. Keith Davis in front of the Plainsman bench far side. Doesn't have the entry in. Has to go out up top to Brady Green. Now Alan Acevedo Dagda. Chase Manzani puts up a 3 far side. Rips off the iron. Rebound is pulled down by Michael. He looks to run in transition. 3 wildly off the mark near side from Kinnison. But a rebound is pulled down by Michael, who's stripped by Keith Davis, who runs the floor. Shot won't go. Alan Acevedo Dagda with the rebound. He's fouled on the putback. Well, that was interesting, I guess we'll call that, on the fast break. It wouldn't exactly run too fundamental with 9:19 to go. Coverage made possible by Rudy's Tires. Several locations across the area, so there's always one close by. Rudy'sTires.com. Make sure to tune in at 1 p.m. on 1010 KSIR weekdays for Eastern Plains Sports Today. Brought to you by Rudy's Tires. Alan Acevedo Dagda, first points of the game. 10th Plainsman that has scored tonight. Brady Green is the only player that has played and failed to score. Chase Manzani sits. On the floor comes Dodge Davis for NJC. Second free throw will not go for Acevedo Dagda. Rebound is pulled down by O.C. Ryan, who came back in. 58-54 North Platte, 9:10 to go in the second half. Give it off to Josh O.C. Ryan. Around onto the near side, open 3, knocked in for Brady Kennison. Screen got him open, he has 17, and the Knights up by 7. Under 9 to go. Keith Davis drives baseline right to the rim, won't go in. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Rebound down by the Knights. Quick transition, John Sims the trail. Slings it around far side to Winston Allen in the lane. Took an extra step before he went up for the shot. I think you might have gotten away with that step, but Coach Brandel was physically displaying his displeasure with his guard before the whistle even came in. He knew that was a terrible move. A steal by Alan Acevedo, or as Alan Acevedo Dagda brought it up, and then a wild throw out in front by Kinnison will give NJC the basketball back. 61-54, 8.5 to go in the second half. This is not the brand of basketball either team wants to be playing right now. Very harried, very all over the place. Dodge Davis drives in, kicks to Keith Davis. Shufford, top of the key 3. Yes! Xavier Shepard reins one in. He has 9. Eddie Trinkle takes a timeout as he had his gamut remaining. NJC's back within 4, 8:14 to go in the second half. It turns into the media timeout. Plainsman down by 4 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, the Northeastern Junior College Plainsmen trailed the North Platte Knights 61-57. 8:14 to go in half number 2. Rich history between these two teams. 25 of the last 36 meetings decided by 10 or fewer points, and this is looking to be another one of those. Knights with the ball out of the media timeout. Bring it into the front court. Their leading scorer, Brady Kinnison, drives baseline, and Alan Acevedo Dagda takes a charge from Kinnison. That's the 5th charge taken tonight for NJC. With 7:58 to go, they'll now take the official media timeout. They expanded it to the media timeout right before, but we're not going to take it because we just took a timeout. A reminder that we got a lot of great sports coming up on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, including state wrestling coverage coming up tomorrow on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 103 area wrestlers are headed to Ball Arena and will be in competition tomorrow at noon. 13 area schools are represented. We'll cover all of them. We're excited to have boys and girls wrestling, potential state champions by Saturday night. All the coverage on 1010 KSIR. You can hear a full podcast previewing the entire 103 area wrestler slate right now with a special Bleckatology from yesterday. It's on the Eastern Plains Sports Network Spotify channel. There, today's Inside Northeastern also featured this rivalry between NJC and North Platte. And some of my favorite ones in my 17 years as the voice of NJC. As I noted, this has been an epic series. 16 of the last 32, so half of the games in this series between the two clubs have been decided by a single possession. We're in a single possession game right now. North Platte 61, NJC 57. As Keith Davis brings it into the front court and drops it into Brady Green on the block right side of the lane. Green fall away with the hook shot, rattles it in, and all 11 Plainsmen have scored tonight now. They're back within 2, 61-59. Ball run into the front court, and the offense will be set up. Tossed across onto the near side. Down into the corner, Sims. Out up top. 3 for Kinnison. Bangs iron and will not go. And Dodge comes down with his 5th rebound of the game. Quick run into the front court. Dodge attacking the rack. He draws the foul on Daniel Nwazu and will earn a trip to the free throw line on Nwazu's 2nd. Dodge Davis to the line. First free throw goes in for Dodge. Make it 61-60. Justice Michael back on. That's the most notable. Cedric Nari also in. Ethan Carter will come in as well. He replaces Brady Green. Second charitable chance to tie us. Nothing but the cords for Dodge Davis. 9 lead changes, 6 ties, 61 all, 7:13 to go in the second half. Ball walked into the front court for the Knights. Domsch onto the far side. Tossed across into the hands of the leading scorer in Brady Kinnison. Kinnison gives it off to Justice Michael. Left elbow rattles, won't go. Domsch down with the offensive rebound. Slings it back out up top to Kinnison. 10 on the shot clock. Kinnison drives right side of the lane. Scoop off the window, won't go. Keith Davis picks up his second foul. That will, thanks to an offensive rebound, put Kinnison at the line. Plainsmen have been great on the offensive rebound tonight. 12 offensive boards. Knights have 8. Kinnison, first charitable chance, will not go. Second goes and gives the North Platte Knights the lead at 62-61. Keith Davis walks it up with 6:35 to go. Keith, double stack high, gives it over into the hands of Dodge Davis to Ethan Carter in the lane. Carter stripped as he turns to make the move. Quickly running the floor, Nari, who got the steal. He goes to the rim. Shot won't go, and Ethan Carter rips down the rebound. He then gives it off to Alan Acevedo Dagda, who got run over by Cedric Nari. Kind of dribbled right in front of him, and Nari just ran him over. So Alan Acevedo Dagda to the line. That is 10 fouls on North Platte. So double bonus the rest of the way. First free throw up and good. Tied at 62. Second doesn't go, but Keith Davis with the rebound. Fouled on the putback. He'll give NJC a chance to have the lead, as Osei Ryan picks up his third foul. Keith, first free throw does not go. Boy, NJC has been rough from the line tonight. 7 of, now make it 8 of 16, and they take the lead. 63-62, 6:10 to go in the second half. Josh Osei Ryan walks it into the front court, hands it off to Justice Michael, off to Brady Kinnison. Down in the corner, Osei Ryan sandwiches the rim. Xavier Shepard comes down with the rebound on the missed 3. Keith Davis lets Alan Acevedo Dagda walk it into the front court this time. Keith on the Northeastern end now. He'll pull Cedric Nari out to cover him. Keith to Ethan Carter near the top of the key, looking to spin in on Osei Ryan. A triple team coming off the help side. Off to Keith Davis. Ping pongs off bodies. Blocked on the shot by Justice Michael, who comes away with the basketball. Knights run. Kinnison attacking. Spins and slings onto the near side for Cedric Nari. 5:15 to go. Backing out to half court is Brady Kinnison. Kinnison off a screen. Down into the near corner for Justice Michael. Up and under. The shot won't go, and Xavier Shepard comes down with the rebound. Michael wanting the foul. Still 63-62 NJC, 5 to go. Keith Davis walks it into the front court. Keith dribbles to his right. Gives it off. Dodge Davis flies in, pulls up from 10 and knocks it in. Dodge Davis with 9. 6 of it since halftime. The Plainsmen match their largest lead of the game at 3. Knights launch a 3 to try and get back. Osei Ryan gets the rebound, and Alan Acevedo Dagda is whistled for the foul, trying to come up with the steal. Eddie Trinkle incensed that Allen was tagged with the foul there, and I agree. It's 1-1 on the 8th team foul with 4:29 to go. Winston Allen will come in for the North Platte Knights, and North Platte will take a timeout with 4:29 to go, down 65-62. And it will expand into the media timeout. So we'll take a break. This one's going to come right down to it. Don't go nowhere. Northeastern 65, North Platte 62. 4:29 to go on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (65-62). NJC leads North Platte, 4:29 to go. Half number 2, it will be North Platte 1-1 free throws out of the timeout. North Platte has 2 left, NJC has 2 left, and I believe they'll still give us the under for media. Josh Ryan to the free throw line. He has 8 points tonight, 6 of it in the second half. Front end doesn't go, and Dodge Davis down with the rebound. So the Plainsmen have matched their largest lead of the game at 3. Look to grow on it. Knights have led by as many as 10 tonight in Sterling. Keith Davis on the near side, feeding down underneath to Dodge Davis, and Brady Kennison just picked up foul 4. Thanks to his screen, he ended up on Dodge Davis. So Dodge to the line, double bonus as the Knights are past the 10 foul threshold. But NJC not great in the second half. Actually, they're pretty decent in the second half compared to the first half. See, knocks in the first free throw, does Dodge Davis. Now 9 of 13 from the free throw line. 10 of 18 in the game. Second free throw for Dodge, who's the third Plainsman, second Plainsman in double figures. He can't get it to go. The rebound is contained by Ryan, his 8th this evening. 66-62, NJC up 4 with 4 to go. Far side, Brady Kennison looks to drive baseline. Slings it off onto the right wing for Justice Michael. The re-entered Dennis Roca gives it off to Kennison. Kennison whips it down underneath to Roca, who finishes at the rim. That's 9 for him. 66-64 NJC, 3:40 remaining. Keith Davis walks it up, sets the offense up. Far side, Dodge Davis, work it back around near side. Keith Davis into Dodge, turns back to his right, off the window. It won't go. The rebound pulled down by Ryan. Knights can tie with a 2, retake the lead with a 3. Kennison, top of the key, drives in, spins, doubled off the spin, high off the window. Rebound ripped down by Ethan Carter. Stays 66-64 NJC, and Keith Davis walks it up. Keith, in front of the NJC bench. Gives it off to Dodge Davis. Now Xavier Shufford outside the arc to Keith Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Keith works to his right toward the high elbow. Near side Dodge off the mark. Rebound down by Osei Ryan. He's double-doubled tonight. Quick run of the floor for the North Platte Knights. Transition not there, so they back into the half court and look to set it up once again. Brady Kennison into the lane. Floater somehow didn't go in. Rebound down by Ethan Carter. He gets it off to Keith Davis, who runs the floor past everybody, blows the shot, and then fails in saving the offensive rebound. Knights run in transition, wide open thanks to the flyby from Ethan Carter. The shot didn't go for Winston Allen. Rebound down by Allen Acevedo. Dogda 2 to go. NJC leads by 2. Allen near side, and Eddie Trinkle will take a timeout.
30-second timeout.
One of his 2 remaining. This has been a great series. There's no doubt about it. And we on the Eastern Plains Sports Network have a thing called the Scott Predictor, the statistical calculation of 2 teams that factors in common opponents, that factors in home versus road, most recent contests, previous meetings, season totals, all of that. And when I plugged this one in today, it was a 0.8 point differential between NJC and North Platte. The over-under it kicked out was 147. And NJC had the slight edge, I think, because of the home court advantage in that Scott Predictor. And this one's coming right down to it again. We have 130 combined points, 155 to go. NJC 66, North Platte 64. Plainsman basketball in the front court out of their timeout. Keith Davis, he looks to set it up, works to his right, back to his left, off to Dodge Davis. Brady Green came in on the timeout. Keith drives in, Keith right to the window, the floater. Strong knockdown. He's the 3rd in double figures with 10. The Plainsmen lead by 4, matching their largest lead of the game. 90 seconds to go. 68-64. Winston Allen shovels it across far side to Brady Kennison. Brady Green hedges off to prevent the 3. Dishes back out up top. Now 9 on the shot clock to Kennison, the leading scorer. He trips and falls as he goes in the lane. Thanks to the help from Keith Davis, he'll head to the free throw line. Kennison has 18 to lead all scorers tonight. And it's 1-1 because he was not in the act of shooting, and that was just the 9th team foul. So have to make the first to get the second for Brady Kennison. The North Platte Knights are 5 of 10 from the free throw line in the second half after going 6 of 8 in the first half. First one rolls over for Kennison, who now has 19. Back onto the floor comes Brandon Domsch for the North Platte Knights, who can get back within 2 with 1:13 to go. Kennison looking for a 20-piece. Gets it. 68-66 NJC. Allen Acevedo Dogda walks it into the front court. The sophomore to fellow sophomore Keith Davis. Brady Green also out there. Then 2 freshmen, Ethan Carter and Parker Davis. Dodge Davis to Ethan Carter in the lane. Allen Acevedo Dogda underneath to Ethan Carter. Shot won't go. Brady Green muscles the rebound away and puts it in. The sophomore from Thornton pushes NJC back into the lead by 4, 70-66. Backdoor feed, Domsch kicks far side 3, Roca, he knocks it in. He's in double figures, the 3rd night there. It's 70-69, North Platte with the timeout with 40 seconds remaining. This is another installment in this epic rivalry between the Plainsmen and the Knights. I've said it before and I'll say it again. No matter where these teams are in the standings and what the record is, we've always been treated to a great game. It is my favorite rivalry to cover on the basketball court here at NJC. I believe I've only missed 2 or 3 of the 36 meetings between these 2 clubs since I took over as the voice of NJC 17 years ago. And I think there's maybe 5 games that I would say were games I wish I had missed. The Northeastern Plainsmen and the North Platte Knights just give us something fun. And Jacob Randall's club, boy, they have not shown any quit, and neither is NJC. But now the question is, if you're NJC, do you play this final shot and let North Platte have the last look, or do you try and rush something? 40.3 seconds remaining, up 1. I'm pretty sure that Eddie Trinkle is confident enough with his team that he will let them take the final shot, or let them take the bucket here as the students section rises. They will not rush it, so this is NJC's final possession, up 70-69, 30 seconds remaining, and Keith Davis will stand and bounce, let this run down to 10, and set up one of those quick hits that NJC has in their playbook. Keith now with 10 on the shot clock, 20 seconds remaining, works to his right. He's covered by Kinnison. 4 on the shot clock. Into Brady Green. Brady fall away 2. Won't go. Ethan Carter tried the tip back, but that will be a shot clock violation because Green's shot did not hit the rim. So now it is defense time for NJC. Leading by 1 with 10.3 seconds remaining. Brady Green exits. Xavier Shufford on. For North Platte, Justice Michael returns. He will replace Winston Allen. Plainsmen lead by 1, 10.3 seconds remaining. John Sims runs it into the front court, hands it off to Kinnison. Kinnison drives in, fall away from 10, rolls rim, doesn't go in. Alan Acevedo Dogda muscles the rebound away, and the Northeastern Plainsmen get the stop. They take the win, 70-69. They're mauling each other and happy. NJC now 9-3 in conference play, still in control of their own destiny. Post-game show next. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Another installment in the classic rivalry of NJC and North Platte. Goes the way of the Plainsmen, 70-69. Welcome into our post-game show here at the Bank of Colorado Event Center. I'm joined by Alan Acevedo Dogda. You come down with that big rebound on the stop at the end. Walk me through that final play, man.
When the timeout was called, we just talked about it. We had to get a defensive stop, try to score the ball. with about 6 to 10 seconds of shot clock start the play, and then get a defensive stop, and that's about it.
Yeah,
we trust our defense.
Absolutely. Your guys' defense has been great in 2026. What has been that growing factor for your team in being even better defensively than you have been earlier?
It comes down to the players. Coach did a great job recruiting people that play defense, that was greedy, that rebounds the ball, and that wants to win. That's all. The people that wants to win will play, and everybody in our team wants to win. We want to win the regional championship. We're going to go to Hutch. We want to prove that we're worth going to Hutch.
11 different guys played and 11 different guys scored tonight. There's no one guy that you can say that's the guy on this team. So for somebody like you, for somebody like Brady, you may be sitting on the bench for the second half of some games. How do you mentally stay within a game that, hey, I'm going to be called upon in a big moment like you and Brady both were tonight?
We just got to stay ready. Everybody on the team stays ready. We had a talk with Coach Sellers after we lost Lamar, and it was about how can we be ready when you go in? How can we start better as a group, as a team? And, I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's family.
Yeah.
And great job by Tyne hitting those, coming in the game, cold, shooting those 3 buckets. He played great defense, too. We gotta give the player to the game to Tyne.
Absolutely, Ethan. Tyne hit some big ones. You played some great defense. Brady Green hitting the big ones late. You've been here now 3 years here at NJC, and you've had injury after injury after injury that has kept you off the floor. How great does it finally feel to get out here consistently on the floor in 2026?
It feels great. I mean, you see a game different when you're sitting in the silence for that many. I mean, for 4 years now, I've been hurt, so. You see a game different. You see the players different. You can tell, like, I'm the leader, and I can tell who's down, who's not locked in practice. Because I've been here for 2 years. This is my 3rd one, so I can tell who's right, who's not. But everybody in our team does a great job.
Absolutely. This is fun. 2 more wins, and we get to host.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
Alan Acevedo, Dog.
I just want to thank you for every single year that you've been here.
Absolutely,
and,
man.
My family appreciates you a lot, saying my last name correctly, so appreciate
Absolutely. I love doing it. Alan Acevedo, Dogda, one of the greats here at NJC, and he gets the big rebound tonight. We'll hand the headset over to Eddie Trinkle here on our post-game show. And Eddie Trinkle is one that, you know, this is a rivalry. I made the comment to you that this is
He's really sweaty.
He is really sweaty. We got to wipe that off a little bit for you there.
Ew.
Yeah. Alan Acevedo, Dogda, is one of those players that embodies what your team is about, and what he did late for you is huge. Talk to me about what he did that helped you guys secure this win tonight.
Well, first of all, he's like the toughest kid I've ever been around. You know, I mean, he battles through. He's battled through, I think now 3 or 4 knee surgeries, 2 while he's been here. The concussion, a broken wrist. I mean, you name it, and the kid keeps just ticking and coming back. He's one of the most competitive kids, you know. I mean, we talked about it right at the end, like, is that the best defensive? And I turned to Coach Sellers and I said, Alan's got to finish this for us right here. And, you know, I mean, what a huge rebound. And the crazy thing is, like, I don't know how high he jumps, but like when he goes and gets those, like, I feel like he's way up there.
Yeah. Well, he was big, and then you also trusted Brady Green late in this game. Brady, who sat most of this second half because other bigs were playing better. What made you trust Brady, and what did he do well to help secure this win as well?
Oh, he's just high energy, you know, and you know what you're going to get with Brady. You're going to get a guy that plays as hard as he can for as long as he can, and you're going to get a guy who works tremendously. Like his work ethic is better than any kid probably I've ever coached. You know, I mean, every day at practice, Ben, if you come watch him practice, like, he is diving on loose balls, taking charges, doing all the little things in practice, you know?
Yeah.
And he does it in drills where, like, most kids won't do it in a drill, and he does it in drills. And then he's just he played on last year's team, and everybody was kind of, like, heartbroken last year that we had such a kind of a miserable year. And so he's taken that and embodied that and said, we're not going to do it again. You know, I mean, we're going to have a great year no matter what, and we're just going to will things. And, like, look, I mean, every score it doesn't matter who we play. It's like a 1-point game, right? I mean, it is what it is. And, I mean, that's what I love about him. And, I mean, that's what he embodies, is just a tough, hard-nosed kid that goes and gets things done, you know?
You guys had 11 players play tonight and 11 players score tonight. I think that what makes you guys the most dangerous, is that there's no one guy that you say, we got to stop him if we're going to win the game?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly makes us really good for the simple reason that, like, nobody knows where the points are going to come from, you know. I mean, and obviously, like, Keith is going to score his points. Ethan Carter's going to score. You know, Dodge is probably going to score. Parker's probably going to have some, right? But then, like, the other part is just, like, these guys, the guys that are coming off the bench are doing it the right way. You know, they're playing with high level, high energy, and so they're giving us, like, what we've talked about is give us the best. Whatever minutes you get, give us the best. Like, Tyne goes in and gets, 6 points, right?
Yeah, yeah.
2 threes, and huge lift off the bench, you know, and gave us some. And that's what this team is. You know, I mean, this team is just, and they don't care who scores. They're actually super excited when anybody scores, you know. I mean, it's X hits the three and everybody on the bench is high-fiving, you know. And but you know, I mean, and people don't know this, but, like, that's what X is.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's a step-out shooter. He can do some things, and I mean, that's why we recruited him, is he can do some things like that. Plus he can really guard, you know.
You guys are now 9-3 in conference play, 17-9 overall. But I think the most impressive number that I've got with this 70-69 win tonight against North Platte, you guys are now 8-3 in one-possession games this season. 2 more games in conference play, 3 more games left overall. How are we going to be able to find that magic so that this court is hosting the Region 9 tournament?
Well, we gotta come to work tomorrow. We gotta just get ready for McCook, you know, and we gotta not look past anybody, and just concentrate on, okay, what do we have to do to go into McCook and to play maybe one of the hotter teams right now, you know, in the region. What do we got to do to take? They have really good scoring guards. They get to the rim at will. They can really shoot the 3 ball, and then their bigs are special too. You know, I mean, they don't really have flaws, and we're gonna have to out-compete them for 40 minutes to have a shot at that. You know, but we're gonna come back tomorrow and go to work. I'm sure we're gonna send some film out tonight to our guys on McCook and start, you know, tonight, and tell them don't stay up too late, but watch the 25 clips that we give you and be ready to go over that stuff tomorrow.
Absolutely, Coach. A great one tonight. Northeastern Plainsmen with the victory, 70-69, and the team is now 17-9 in conference play, 9-3 inside the region. Everybody was playing inside the region tonight, so we'll have to look and see what those results were and how the standings look tomorrow. But in the end, NJC keeps control of their own destiny. Ethan Carter for the Plainsmen with 11, Dodge Davis with 11, Keith Davis with 10. But Brady Green hit what was ultimately the game-winning shot, and Alan Acevedo Dagda pulled down the securing rebound. And for the 17th time in the last 33 games, NJC and North Platte came down to a single possession tonight, a single point. 70-69, Plainsmen win. I'm Ben Blecka. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network.